Tokyo is a city that no other can quite match. Along with an abundance of other futuristic attractions and distinctive subcultures, it is home to a rich traditional culture. It is sure that I am positive that visitors will never run out of things to see, do, experience, and enjoy, whether they are staying in the town for a long time or are only passing by. In this video, let's discover the top things to do in Tokyo, Japan. Number 1, get swept away at Shibuya Crossing. Jump on the metro to Shibuya train station and head up to the street for one of the craziest pedestrian crossings in the entire world. Shibuya Crossing is the world's busiest crossing in downtown Tokyo, swarmed by hundreds, if not thousands of people every time the lights turn red. It's fun to walk across the road at the crossing, but if you want the real deal of the mayhem, go upstairs to the neighboring Starbucks, get a seat by the window, and watch what's going on below. It resembles an ant colony that has taken over the whole junction. Very well worth doing. Number 2, go to a sumo wrestling match. Witnessing the sumo wrestling sport live is sure to be one of the highlights of your trip to Japan. Sumo wrestlers are known worldwide for their enormous size and the extreme dedication they put into their battles. Kokogikan Sumo Stadium hosts the country's largest sumo competitions, including championship fights, but you can also visit a number of smaller venues for something more intimate. Number 3, what is the point of going to Japan if you are not going to eat all the delicious Japanese food? Without question, Japanese cuisine is amongst one of the greatest in the world. The country offers an incredible array of food items such as sushi, ramen, and udon with different flavors. Although there are Japanese snacks, meals, and drinks available throughout the nation, you can find them all combined at Tokyo's markets, street food stalls, and top-notch dining establishments. You can also dive into a fresh conveyor belt sushi restaurant, eat ramen literally anywhere, or simply hop your way around popular spots like Takeshita Street, a main shopping street in the city, for some quirky fun. Explore Tokyo's past at Sensoji Temple. Tokyo lacks a specific landmark to distinguish it from other cities, such as the Statue of Liberty or the Eiffel Tower, but the Sensoji Temple is the next best thing. This temple is by far the oldest in Tokyo, therefore visiting it ought to be at the top of each traveler's bucket list. At present, it's a massive temple and one of Tokyo's most stunning structures. It's a place for spiritual healing first and foremost, but it's also one of the most stunning Tokyo tourist attractions. Along with a number of other beautiful sites including Imperial Palace Gardens and Meiji Jinju Shrine, we highly recommend that you visit Sensoji Temple during your tour. There are several stores in this area that date back more than a century, as well as some very unique sweet treats that you won't find anyplace else in the city. Number 5 is to marvel at the beautiful cherry blossoms. Japan is a fantastic place to visit throughout the entire year, but if you can plan your vacation around the cherry blossom season, you're in for a real beautiful treat. In Japanese culture, cherry blossoms are a representation of the ephemeral beauty of life and the transience of all mortal things. The flowers are deeply connected to their culture and are seen as symbols of both beauty and fragility. The blossoms are in full flower in the spring, usually starting at the end of March, and on some days it seems as if their petals are falling like rain. The trees have been planted in various locations across the city, and they create an attractive beauty that attracts many people. Moving on. Number 6 is to visit the majestic Imperial Palace. One of the most well-liked and well-known sites in Tokyo is the Imperial Palace, which is located at the site of the former innermost point of defense at Edo Castle. Earlier, there was a complex of buildings there, but after centuries of warfare, the majority of these buildings were destroyed and never rebuilt. In addition to serving as home of the Japanese royal family, the palace was once the residence of Tokugawa Shogun, who dominated Japan during the Edo period. Although the inner grounds are not open to the public, the East Garden is open to the public throughout the whole year and is practically a full attraction all on its own. Number 7 is to make a stop at Meiji Shrine. Meiji Shrine and its adjacent Yoyogi Park together create an enormous green lung of the city of Tokyo, which makes the shrine an ideal spot for a relaxing walk. The shrine is usually crowded all year long and is regarded as one of the most peaceful and quiet sights to see in Tokyo. It sees over 3 million visitors in the first days of the year due to the year's first prayers. In addition to a prayer wall where you can write your prayers and then attach them to the wall, This shrine has a treasury house that houses some of the emperor's personal items. Number 8 is to attend Kabuki Theater. Kabuki Theater is regarded as a must-see attraction for any visitor to Japan, as it is one of the country's oldest forms of entertainment. It's a traditional kind of theater in which dramatic physical expressions serve as the main centerpiece of storytelling. Although originally done only by women, Kabuki Theater is now performed solely by men. In addition to being performed live, the show has a number of traditional instruments that add to its dramatic quality. Kabuki stories tend to be centered around historical characters and events, kind-hearted dramas, love tales, moral conflicts, tragedy, and conspiracy. Although there isn't an official dress code at Kabuki Theater, it's usually recommended to wear nice shoes and clothes. Number 9 is to zip around the streets in real-life Mario Kart. This has got to be one of the highlights of your trip. Mario Kart is a game that most people who grew up with Nintendo have probably played for countless hours. Imagine now that it wasn't just a video game, but actual real life. That's what Tokyo offers you. Renting a go-kart and racing through the crowded streets of Tokyo while dressed like your favorite video game character is one of the city's most unusual activities. The streetcar, often known as a go-kart, is an incredibly enjoyable experience. There are a number of routes you can go to, including through Akihabara, over the Rainbow Bridge, and around Tokyo Bay. So pick where you want to go and strap in and live out your wildest Mario Kart fantasies. And last but certainly not least, number 10 is to see from atop the Tokyo Tower. At 333 meters, the tower is 13 meters taller than the Eiffel Tower while having a similar design and height. It has 2 observation decks, one at 150 meters and another at 250 meters. On a clear day from the top of the Tokyo skyline, you can see as far as the Tokyo Skytree and Mount Fuji, as well as the Zojoji Temple. Tokyo Skytree, standing at 634 meters high, is the highest structure on Earth. Visit the Tokyo Skytree after the tower if you want expansive views from great altitudes. What are some of your favorite activities? Have you been to Tokyo? And if so, comment your thoughts below. I'd love to know. I'll catch you in the next video.